Yes, welcome back to Smart School. In this video, we'll be looking at the introduction to computer system. The introduction to computer system. Now, the objective of this video is we are to learn the definition of computer. We want to learn the definition of computer. We want to learn the meaning of electronic device. We want to also look at the types of electronic device, the meaning of data, examples of data, and parts of the computer system. Parts of the computer system. So, this video is one of the videos in the introduction to computer. Introduction to computer. So, we are still on the series of video introduction to computer. So, we would want you to follow up the series of this video. Like in this introduction to computer as a course, we'll be breaking down the videos in segments. The videos will be coming up in segments so that you can be able to understand it better. In segment, like now we are talking about the we are talking about definition of computer, we are talking about electronic device, we are talking about types of electronic device, we are talking about the meaning of data and examples of data and parts of the computer system. So those are what we'll be looking at in this video, and parts of the computer system. Looking at all this in this video. So in the next video, we'll be talking about something else. We'll be talking about input device, and we'll be looking at output device. So let's start with the definition of computer. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input, it processes data, and gives out useful information as output. I said a computer is an electronic device, it accepts data as input, it processes data, and brings out useful information as output. So in that definition, you realize that we have electronic device, we have data, we have input, we have output, and we have useful information. We have useful information. So we'll be explaining this concept so that you understand the whole concept that makes up the computer. The whole concept that makes up the definition of the computer system. So we'll be explaining this concept so that you can understand it better. So let me repeat the definition. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input, it processes data, and brings out useful information as output. So first of all, the computer is an electronic device. Firstly, it is an electronic device. So we'd like to know, what do we mean by saying electronic device? What do we mean when we say the computer is an electronic device? Why don't we say the computer is something else, or is this device, or is that device? But now we are saying that the computer is an electronic device. Is an electronic device. So we want to understand, what is the meaning of electronic device? What do we mean by electronic device? Electronic device is any device that uses electricity to work. Any device that uses electricity to work. That is what we call an electronic device. Any device that uses electricity to work. So the computer uses electricity to work. That's why we can refer the computer as electronic device. So the computer is an electronic device because it uses electricity to work. It is an electronic device because it uses electricity to work. Electronic devices include our television, our radio, our amplifiers, those devices that we have at home that uses electricity to work. So all those devices, they are categorized as electronic device. So in the definition, we said the computer is an electronic device. It is an electronic device because it uses electricity to work. So now you can be able to understand why we said the computer is an electronic device. You can understand better when we say that the computer is an electronic device, because why? It uses electricity to work. In our definition, we also made mention of data. We said the computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input. It accepts data as input. The computer accepts data as input, it processes the data, and gives out useful information as output. So we want to know, what do we mean when we say the computer accepts data? What is this data that we are talking about? This data we say the computer accepts. What is this data? So let's look at the definition of data. Data is any fact or figure that has not been processed. Any fact or figure that has not been processed. So data is what the computer collects as input and processes it. Data is what the computer collects as input and processes it. Now, data includes our alphabet A to Z, our numbers from number 0 to 9, our special characters like our comma, semicolon, open bracket, close bracket, your slash sign, your question mark sign, all the signs we use in English language, those are categorized as special characters and they are what? They are data. So let me repeat what I said now. I said special characters like comma, full stop, question mark, slash, open bracket, close bracket, all these are data. Our numbers, number 0 to 9, they are all data. Our alphabet from alphabet A to Z, they are all data. So all these are categorized as data. So if we are looking at the types of data, we can say alphabet, numbers, and special characters. Alphabet, numbers, and special characters. So we have looked at electronic device, the meaning of computer, and we have looked at data. So now let's look at the parts of the computer system. The computer has 4 major parts. The computer has 4 major parts. That is, there are 4 parts that come together to make up the computer system. The monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, and the CPU. That is 4. 4 major parts of the computer system. Now these parts, they are the parts that comes together. They come together to make up what we have as the computer system. They come together to make up the parts of the computer system. So let's look at the monitor. The monitor is the screen. That is the screen where you can see. The screen where you see the information that's been displayed. As you are writing a letter now, when you strike the keys on the keyboard, you find it on the monitor. You find it on the monitor. So that is the screen of the computer system that displays information for the users to see. That is what we call the monitor. And we also have the keyboard. The keyboard is the part of the computer system where you strike your keys. And when you strike the keys appear on the screen of the computer system. And we also have the mouse. That is, the mouse is the part of the computer system that you use in clicking. There are 2 different buttons on the mouse. We have left click button, right click button, and we have the scroll button. So 2 buttons that are facing opposite each other, and one other button that is on. It looks like a scroll. So we have the left click button. So there are 3 buttons on the mouse: left click, right click, and the scroll button. So, but 2 opposite buttons, that is left and right. So the mouse is where we click. We use for clicking. Icons, for dragging, use it for selecting, for opening folders, for opening files. That's what the mouse is used for. And we talked about the central processing unit, where every activity of the computer system is being taken place, that process every information that comes into the computer system. That's the central processing unit. In the central processing unit, we have the storage unit there. We have so many other units. We have arithmetic and logic unit. We have the control unit. So the central processing, it is a central point that processes every data that comes into the computer system. So that is what we call the central processing unit. That is the central processing unit. So you can ask this, that for laptops, are you trying to say that the CPU, the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse is being brought together I will answer by saying yes, because in laptops, the CPU, the central processing unit, the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboard, they are brought together in one single device, and that's what we call our laptop. That's what we use as our laptop. So that is in laptop. So the laptop is a complete computer system. It consists of all the devices that makes up the computer system. Now there are some other devices that are connected to the computer system. Some other devices are connected to the computer system, like printers, like scanners, like projectors, etc. Every other device that is connected to the computer system, they are what we call peripherals. For example, we have our printer. A printer that is used for printing out hard copy information. Now, when I say hard copy information, I mean those information that you can see and you can touch. You know, the information on the screen, you can only see it, but you can't touch it. But the information that the printer brings out, you can see it and you can touch it. So that is an hard copy information. So the one you see on the screen, you can see but you can't touch, that is called a soft copy information. So I come back to peripherals. I said peripherals are every other device that is connected to the computer system. Every other device that is connected to the computer system is what we call peripheral. And I said an example of peripheral is the printer. Another example of peripheral is the speakers. So the speaker brings out sound information. That is so that you can hear whatever is being said, you can hear. So the speaker brings out sound information. That's what the speaker does. So in this video, we have looked at the meaning of computer, we have looked at the meaning of electronic device, we have looked at data, we have looked at examples of data, and we have looked at the parts of the computer system. So in our next video, we'll be looking at input device, output device, types of input device, types of output device. That will be in our next video. I want you to do something that would help others. Make them know the availability of this video. Share the link to other people. You can come to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook. Join our Facebook group. Come to our YouTube, like us on YouTube, and subscribe to our channel so that you can get every of our videos. Like in this introduction to computer, we have so many videos in the introduction to computer, so and it will be coming out so that you can be able to access it, so that you can be able to understand it. So thank you, and see you in the next video.
One with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful